It's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. I wanted to show you what I do with my clear acrylic stamps, and I chose this set specifically because it's discolored and you'd be able to see it once I changed it over. So what you do is you take an old CD case and you take your screwdriver and you go between the two plastic pieces and pop out the top piece, take out any paper that goes with it, recycle this, always recycle that. Then what I do is I look at how it will fit in the case, and for this one I just need to move some things over. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the ones off of the one side and I'm going to cut to right there. How I do it is I choose a spot that I know it'll all fit in the case with, and that's the spot right there. And usually you take up both sides of the case. Then the next thing I do is I decide how I can move things to make sure they all fit on the side they're on. I think if I move these two over just a little bit, we should be good to go. Move this over just a little bit. There's that. Then you just cut off any excess that will make it so that your plastic won't fit in the case. So now it'll fit. I got a piece of plastic that just went amok. I don't know where that went. Alright, anyway. So what I do then is I take some glue dots, and using the back of them, I do it like this. And before I glue it down, stuck, won't come off. Come on, buddy. Jump off of there. Why do you want to do this? Why? Okay. The next thing I do before I go any further is I type in on my label maker. I type in the name of the company. It's My Creative Time. And then I put in the name of the set. So while that's printing, I can be deciding how to make this work. Sometimes you have to be a little bit creative in cutting these down. I do like to make sure that all of my stamps, that the words for the stamps are here, because these sets are so hard to be able to read them when they're in the, when they're still on their plastic backing. Let's see if that's thin enough. Just a little bit more on one side, it looks like. Sometimes you have to be a little creative in this part of it. Sometimes it works out perfectly. Sometimes you have to put them in sideways. But I usually can figure out something that works. I'm going to go sideways. It looks like they'll fit perfectly. So I'll put a couple of these. I always love how other people can get these things off. They just, they just come right off for everybody else. For me, it's always like a war trying to get them off of there. Okay, got it off. I know you're probably finding that hard to believe, but I did it. Okay, then, okay, of course my screwdriver's stuck to that. So then I'm going to set this set in that side. Then I have the rest of the set right here. And I think with this set, if I just move everything in a little bit toward the center, I ought to be able to do the same thing and make them Move that over a little bit too. It's just a matter of, it's almost like a puzzle. It's just a matter of working with your stamps to slide them around and make them fit. In this case, I think it's just, it should be pretty easy to get them. Some sets are not as easy. This one looks like it won't be too hard. And I have this extra one that I had from the other side that I'm just going to stick in the bottom of that set. Let me cut the edges off this. And I think we'll put some glue dots on it. Okay. Oh, it's stuck to me now. Of course it is. And that's that side of it. Let's see how our words are pretty close to fitting. I think I'm just going to chop off just the edge of that page. Maybe I'll just move it over a little bit, see if it works. No, it's not going to move. I think I'm just going to do that and then cut them once they're in there. Close enough. Then the next thing you do is you take the image that you made on your label maker, and I always trim these down because I know that other people have figured out how to make them smaller and so that they will fit better on the page, and that you can make it so you don't have any beginning, like any like 3 or 4 spaces before your words start. I know there's all kinds of ways to fix all that. I haven't figured that out with my machine, and I'm not really mechanical, so I think I'll probably end up just doing this, cutting them out and trimming them down like I always do. I just kind of take the top edge off of it and the sides. Then the end that I put it on is the back end. Sometimes I get it on straight the first time. Not so much this time, but sometimes I do get it on straight the first time. And sometimes I don't, which is the case this time. There you go. So it's my creative time, this and that. There's all the sayings, and it's ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to throw my garbage away while I'm talking. I hope you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Tell your friends about me on social media. I really appreciate that. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.